My first impression of Bannon-Rodrigues Karate Academy was one of structure, discipline, and love. When George was 6, he was doing soccer, and I was talking to one of the moms there about how I wanted to get him into something that was more self-defense oriented and also something to be able to protect himself. We were lucky enough to find a place that kind of fostered the safety aspect, but also gave him the opportunity to kind of grow into himself, but also learn how to respect his elders, respect his peers, and to learn these skills that are gonna set him up for success in life. I always say he's never met a stranger. My child will talk to anybody. George is also an only child. What we were trying to do was get him into a place where he could foster his own self-regulation, his determination, and his ability to follow through on things. The instructors, they get to know each kid so specifically that they've learned how to unlock in each kid what they need. They were able to meet George where he was in the moment, not just in the skill that he was teaching, but if he was having a rough day, they could tell and they would allow him to do things a little bit differently. The black belts that work with the children, not just the owners and the key core instructors, are very personable with the kids. They interact with the kids. I found very early on that the black belts weren't set aside from the kids. They would come in and they would talk to the kids. They volunteered to help with the kids in class. And I thought that that was a huge positive because it gives the kids something to reach for and it gives them something to grow into. And then when they learn the stories of how some of the black belts became black belts, some of them started when they were younger, some of them started when they were older, some of them didn't start here. It just gives them a sense that anything is possible and can show them how much they can learn and grow and what they can accomplish by being here. Working with Mr. Dante, and he's been able to have him do some things that are really geared toward him and his abilities and his body type and his strengths that kind of unlocked in him the ability to see what the potential is in himself and to see that hard work can help unlock things that you don't think are possible. Because he's really pushed him in a positive way, really did a lot of conditioning with him, not just physical conditioning, but mental conditioning, and helped him overcome his own inner thoughts. And I think that it's just been an amazing journey. And I think he's really kind of zeroed in on who George is as a child and what motivates him and has allowed him to be George in the middle of all of this, which I think is a big deal. The Karate Academy is not trying to turn him into somebody else. They're just trying to turn George into a great kid and martial artist. I think that his ability to believe in himself here has definitely translated to him believing in himself in his schoolwork, which is huge. Because it's hard to teach that, and especially as a parent who really wants to protect your child, and it's sometimes hard to know how far or how hard to push your child. Having somebody externally help you build their confidence and their dedication to something, that it makes a difference. Recently, Georgie loves forms a little bit more than he likes sparring. So my husband had said to him, I will take a Krav class if you will keep sparring. My husband actually really likes it. We've been taking Mondays and Wednesdays, and he's really taken to it, just like I have. I've been doing kickboxing, and he's been doing Krav, and George loves it because mommy and daddy are taking classes with him, whether it be the the kickboxing certificates or the belts for Krav. It's meant a lot, and I think it's also helped us help him to want to practice at home and to keep going and see the progress because we're seeing it. And it's really been good for the whole entire family. It is like a family here. And it's a very safe place for him, and it's like home.
I don't remember the belt, but he was bigger than me, way bigger. And the reason why he was this way, charging in with Crocs on. So I just kept throwing a kick at him. It was really cool that I won in my first fight. And I was so happy that I did. I have many friends that are doing it there, and I can also help them if they need a little help. I really do want to be a black belt.